Have you ever wondered if there was a game out there that was just so bad it never got a release in the US because of fears it would ruin the branding of whichever console it was released on? Well, that is this game, Iznogoud, is how I think you say it. Yes, it is bad, but is it the worst platformer ever made? Let's find out. This game was only released in the PAL region, and to be honest, I really cannot blame them. The game is based off a French graphic novel. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's about Iznogoud wanting to be the caliph and replace the current caliph. I think that's how you say it. I'm starting to realize I can't speak English.
This is French.
It's basically kind of like a comic book where the main character is just getting all up to crazy stuff trying to accomplish his goal. He devises a plan, it fails, restart. That's the entire thing. This was also adapted into a live action movie. That was horrible, but guess what? This is so popular, it was also a cartoon. Again, actually pretty good. A very good adaptation of the comics. And now finally, what you've been waiting for, what this video is about. It has been adapted into a video game. But let's just pretend I didn't call it bad a minute ago. Could this actually be good? Yeah, no. We start the game and get shown a CG scene, which for early CG isn't really that horrible, but the window is a goddamn JPEG. We get thrown into the game, and now look at this. Take it all in real quick. I honestly think, I swear, this is the most disgusting game I have ever looked at. There's just so much clashing colors that do not work well together at all. It's a mess. It's hard to see anything. And guess what? Some of these disgusting looking buildings you see, you have to jump on. But at the same time, it's impossible to tell what you can jump on and what you can't. And I know you've probably yelling at me right now saying, Oren, why do you have a disgusting CRT filter on the game? I don't. That's what it looks like. And speaking of jumping, you're not gonna believe this. I have never played a platformer where this is the case. You push square to jump, as in square on the PlayStation controller. This button right here. Since the dawn of mankind, Adam and Eve, the Big Bang, not a single person during that era would say, let's make the jump button square. To run in this, you push X. Most of these games, if not every other single platformer ever made, would have these swapped. Circle is to change your weapon, and triangle is to shoot your weapon. So let's talk about the weapons. You can go around and collect weapons to use, but they're all pretty much the same thing. You throw them and it damages the enemy. I don't even think any weapon does more damage. I think they're all the same. To do a crouching shot, you have to hold down for about 2 seconds before he finally decides to crouch, and then you can shoot low. Why do we have to wait? This was instant on games like Contra 2 console generations ago. And including the weapons, you can also shoot your coins. So let me talk about this for a second. At the end of the level, you get a bonus based on how many coins you get. But they're the main ammunition you find around the map to kill the enemies. So you're going to be losing your coin. This is counterintuitive to collecting them all when you're just going to be shooting them all anyway. Because there are weapons around the map, but they're very sparse, so you're going to be using your coins. And worst of all, he gets mad about it. You're throwing your coins at someone and you're mad you're losing your coins. What is wrong with him? I don't even know how to beat these levels sometimes. It seems sometimes you just need to go to the right, like standard platformers. But other times it's a maze and I have no clue where to go. And worst of all, you're on a time limit, and this time limit isn't even forgiving. I've beaten a lot of these levels with just seconds to spare. You need to optimize your time, but at the same time, the developers made the maps so big you can't even explore them. You need to rush to the end. Imagine you're playing a small indie game like Super Mario World, and the first level has a time limit of 45 seconds. That's this game. The music in this is very strange. Some tracks aren't actually that bad, and some are horrible. But I've noticed something. It's kind of hard to explain because I don't make music, but I'll try the best I can. Think of rap. The front of the music is the lyrics you're hearing the singer sing. He is rapping, that is what you're hearing. While you're listening to this rap, there's also music behind it on a lower tone. Think of this as background music. These are two separate tracks put together to make a song. In Iznogoud, it's the same thing. The track in the background is actually really good. If this was a single track by itself, the music would be amazing. But the part that you hear more loudly is the worst thing you've ever heard. Like, listen to this. I played this game up to level 2. I couldn't beat level 2 because the time limit was so insane. The game has such precise platforming, and if you fall off the map, you instantly die and you have to restart. But there's no need to falter, dear viewer, because as always, I will look through this entire game to the best of my abilities, and this game does have a level select code. I don't know why I'm doing this, but let's continue. So level 1 we already saw. It visually looks horrible. You just have to hit a switch in this one and get to the end. But look how much stuff is attacking you. This is like impossible to dodge, and guess what? Almost every level is like this. But that's pretty much level 1, so let's go to level 2. You start in the town, but it turns into a beach or ship level. There are so many leaps of faith here that just lead straight into death. And touching the water instantly kills you, so you have to restart the entire level, because I don't think there's any checkpoint. Also, look at this. The barrel shoots me up as intended, but they put an enemy there, so it kills me. Level 3, the aquarium. Really? An underwater level? The controls are even worse underwater. You can't go left and right while going up. You can only go straight up. This level is massive, so you're going to be getting lost like I did. So let's move on to level 4, the jungle. I mean, is this a jungle? There's barely a jungle here. You go up into this cave to hit a button, but oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned. There are some parts of the game where you can go up and down stairs, though it takes forever to do. And if there's an enemy, you will be getting hit by it, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. This level does have a new mechanic though, where you turn into a ball and roll down the slide. It's kind of pointless, but it's still pretty neat. Level 5, the races. It's a rail shooter. This level honestly isn't too bad. It's probably one of the most playable levels, but it's just too easy. You just spam through your coins, and if there's an enemy there, they're just going to get obliterated. You don't have to worry about running out of coins either, because there's just so many in this level. Level 6, the moon. How did we get up here? The gimmick of this level is low gravity, but again, I'm so lost, I have no idea where to go, so I give up. Level 7, space ride. This is just another shoot 'em up. Just play Toho. Level 8, haunted castle. So we were on the moon, but now why are we here? How did this happen? This level's gimmick is disappearing platforms. But there is no way to tell what platform disappears and what doesn't. Like, look at this. How was I supposed to know this platform would disappear? Level 9, Little World. Again, I'm mazed, so I'm lost and I can't do this level. However, I do have a soft spot for Little Man in big worlds, especially in platformers. They're always kind of fun. Unfortunately, I'm playing this game, so I'm having no fun. Level 10, the mole. A mole chases you like it's a horror game. It's another maze again, but it's even worse this time due to the fact that everything looks the same in this one because you're just in a cave. Again, I give up. Level 11, the toys. Did this game know I have a soft spot for levels where the main character is small and everything else is big? I do think this is worse than the other one though, because there's so much random stuff flying at you. There's also leaps of faith everywhere in this one. You go up so high and then when you jump down, you'll probably fall into a hole. This is ridiculous. Level 12, hell. How the hell did we get here? Level 13, the enchanted forest. This might be the worst looking level in this game. I can't believe the worst level in platforming history has been one-upped by its own game. At least there's some cute bunnies here. What the fuck? They have guns? Really? Imagine you're playing a Mario game and a Goomba pulls out a Mosin Nagant. Like, what the hell? The last level, and it's just a billion of balloons everywhere. So I get past that and I go to the right. But is this room even finished? Did the developers even finish their game? I don't even know if I can beat this level. What is this? This isn't even a bug. I left the room and came back and it's still the same thing. But anyway, that's the entire game. But let me tell you something. Playing this has made me realize something sad. Did you notice it while we were going through the levels? Each world is varied and unique. Each level has their own enemy type and they even have their own gimmicks. This is a very varied platformer. This had a recipe to actually be a very good game. Maybe even an amazing game, but it's not. This is what they call a bad video game. You can get this off eBay for $100 if you're a moron. But this begs the question. Is this the worst platformer ever made? Uranus? Uranus? This game is actively making fun of me. Are you joking? This is by far the worst platformer I have ever played, bar none. Do you want to know how bad it really is? This is the only game in history to get a 1 star from PlayStation Magazine. 1 whole star! But this is just according to a random Reddit comment I can no longer find. The best source of information. How the hell did I get here?